Is the Liberal Party of Canada, led by Mark Carney, plagiarizing Pierre Poilievre? Seems like they might be. Because if we go up here, CTV puts out an article that says Carney eliminates GST for first-time home buyers on homes under under 1 million. Pierre said, only months ago, Liberals voted unanimously against my idea of taking the GST off new homes. Now, a few days before calling an election, they plagiarized me again. Liberals will never do this policy. They are just trying to trick people into giving them a fourth term. So, here's the article here. I'll just read a little bit of it. This is from CTV. It says, Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced that his government will eliminate the goods and services tax, GST, for first-time home buyers to address Canada's housing crisis. Quote, our government is laser-focused on lowering costs for Canadians and making home ownership a reality, unquote, Carney said in a press release on Thursday. It looks like he posted something here on X. They screenshotted it. So many Canadians are doing everything right. They've worked so hard, secured good jobs, and saved for the future, but often it's not enough to buy a home. Yeah, under which government did that become more and more difficult? But it shouldn't be this way. So we're making it easier to buy your first home and removing the GST on homes up to 1 million. Interesting. The tax cut applies to all new and substantially renovated homes at or under $1 million, he told reporters during a press conference in Edmonton, and is said to save Canadians up to $50,000. Now, that's key because I can prove to you that he literally copied Pierre Poilievre. So if we go back here, October 28th, 2024. So if you think that nobody's heard of Mark Carney now or that he's unpopular now, this is, 5-6 months ago. He was way more unpopular then. No one knew who he was. And what does Pierre Poilievre say? Axe the tax on homes. You will pay no GST on new homes of under $1 million, saving up to $50,000. Then, of course, he puts out this video. I think I actually reacted to this video, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to react to another one. But there we go. So, first of all, they, quote-unquote, terminate the carbon tax, which they actually didn't. They just reduced the rate temporarily to zero. But that was Pierre Poilievre's idea. He wants to get rid of the tax. So that was a nice little fast one they pulled. Now they're doing it again. Now they're just copying Pierre Poilievre. So again, I ask you, all that maple syrup MAGA that Chrystia Freeland would say over and over again. Pierre's just like Trump. So then why is your party, which Chrystia Freeland is now a cabinet member of, again, why is your party copying maple syrup MAGA policies, Chrystia? Have you brought that up to your new crony, to your new leader, rather, Mark Carney? Why would you copy a guy who's just like Trump? Is that why Trump wants to deal with the Liberal? Because he said he did. So not only is a vote for Mark Carney a vote for what Trump wants, it's a vote to keep copying Pierre Poilievre. So why not just vote in Pierre Poilievre? We really trust the Liberals now after 10 years of just almost zero GDP growth. Violent crimes on the rise. Housing is unaffordable. Mark Carney advised Trudeau for the last 5 years. Don't believe me? Check out this article from the Financial Post. Mark Carney helping Justin Trudeau craft economic recovery plan to pull Canada out of recession. This is back, and this article was published back on August 11th, 2020. So just under 5 years ago. Then another one here where even CBC admitted that Mark Carney, former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney, advising PM on COVID-19 economic responses. So, all those bad ideas that most people hate from Trudeau, especially within the last 5 years, Carney was advising him on it. It's unbelievable. Now, again, I've said it before, I'll say it now. I still think Pierre Poilievre is going to win. I don't believe Canadians are this stupid. I really don't. I mean, it would be kind of funny if they are, I guess. But there's no way. After all they've said about Pierre Poilievre and how awful the Liberal Party has been, how the Liberal Party now has some outsider, which he's clearly not an outsider. He's an insider. They're really going to believe the Liberals after the last 10 years? they really don't see what they're trying to do right now, which is to trick people into voting for them, and then they'll give them nothing that they've said they're going to do. They're not going to actually go through with the GST. They're not actually going to keep the carbon tax rate at zero. They're just going to do it so they can trick you into winning. And if they do, there's a phrase I've heard my whole adult life, right? If you don't vote, you can't complain. Okay. If you vote Liberal again and things get worse, which they obviously will, you can't complain. If you're too dumb to see what's going on, you shut your mouth. You don't get to complain. Some libertarian or populist who doesn't have a party has every right to not vote. And it's a solid reason that they don't have a party to vote for. For example, yes, I understand there's people who's, I don't vote because I don't care. Well, fine, then they can't complain. But if you think that all politicians are the same, which there's a reasonable case to make, if you don't have a party that represents you, of course you have a right to vote. And yes, you can complain about what the politicians are doing. If you're liberal, no more complaining. You're going to get what you deserve. And unfortunately, we're all going to have to get what we don't deserve because we don't want Carney in. You guys do for some reason, apparently according to the polls. But again, the polls have switched so much in the last couple months, it could happen again, right? We don't know. But we'll see. But let me know what you guys think. Are the Liberals plagiarizing Pierre? Please don't be shy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.